Haley Gunderson. I'm super excited to do this project because it gave me an opportunity to talk to my dad. He's a really successful entrepreneur, and I've always loved learning about his businesses, and these were great questions for me to go more into depth about it and learn more about what he does. One of his business ventures is a consulting firm. He was able to start one with a couple partners a few years ago. And he saw an opportunity in this because he worked for a larger firm. And he started there right out of school and was able to recognize that there is a need for another one. And so he was able to start that. And he is a damage expert, an expert witness in large patent disputes, and so that's his service. And he was able to find a mentor in that industry because he started out, like I said, in a bigger firm, and so he formed those connections with other people, and was able to learn more about the business through John Maroki. He kind of took my dad under his wing and allowed him to learn more about the industry, and eventually led my dad to starting his own. And additionally with that, that's how he was able to find his management team, was working at those bigger companies, forming those relationships and that trust with others. And then he was able to start this with a couple other people that left the firm with him. His critical resources is people. It's important to have those connections and things because it is not a very capital-based service or business. He got the service to market just right out of school. He was able to start as a damage expert, so he was just able to do that right off the bat. He found his first customers for his firm that he started through the firm before. So those bigger companies, he would work for these other businesses and help them out. And whenever he moved, they moved with him. They appreciated his service so much that they followed him to wherever he went. He financed it. It's self-financed. Like I said, it's people-based, so it didn't take many finances. It's not a huge capital business, and that has allowed him to be really successful. He generates about $3 to $4 million a year, and he said that his keys to success were being detail-oriented, having those good communication skills. Like I said, it's a people-focused business, so he was able to be a good people person and have good customer service, which has led him to have those good relationships with his clients. This was really interesting. I asked him what mistakes he's made, and he said that he didn't really feel like he made any mistakes, at least not ones that were memorable enough to share, because he was able to have good mentors and have those good relationships and was really knowledgeable in his industry. We've talked about that a lot in class, about knowing your industry, and so he was able to do that to a point where he didn't feel like he had any mistakes. So I think this was really a good interview for me to learn about what I need to focus on. I want to be people-oriented. I need to have that good customer service, that people will follow me wherever I go. I also think that it's important to have a knowledge of your industry. He has been working in this industry since he was my age, and now he's 50-something. And so he has a big knowledge of that, and he researches it still to this day. He's always reading, and so I think it will be important to me to always read. I want to start forming connections with mentors right now. I think it's important to get to know those that are already successful in the industry. So that is what I learned, and I'm excited to apply that to my new ventures.